stays restore. So, no, see all my relatives. I miss you, Mom. I miss my best friend. I miss my mom. I miss my raven. I miss Corona. I got things I need to get done. And I'm asking Spirit, what's my next ride? Is there a ride? I need to make it to the vet's office for my dog. I need to make it to the bike store so I can fix Garuda or sell her, whatever's supposed to happen. I went to my journal entry. Oh, my head. So yesterday I had my 2-hour massage. Oh my God. 2 whole hours, non-stop. One amazing chick. One amazing soul. What a beautiful heart. Had a beautiful fire ceremony. I just hear one of my sisters share how much she appreciated hearing Sun Guru. Made it all worthwhile. Because, you know, I had that questioning piece in my mind. Yet there's this part of me that's like, you know what, I just don't give a fuck anymore. And they can say that the natives had never cussed and they never had a cuss word. However, it has been proven in science, scientifically proven, that you may not actually say cuss words, but that even the non-human animals have it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. When there's something going on, it's this release that happens. Even chimpanzees have a noise that they make, or a that they make when they really want to say fuck, shit, or damn. So you know what? I mean, I get it, but there is something scientifically proven that it helps with the pain. And I mean, even in my own Sanskrit and in my native India, the worst that you could call somebody was a fool. Because you're just not in your right mind. Well, apparently that's why my brain hurts. Maybe I'm not in my right mind. I don't know. And I'm not going to pretend to know. But what I do know is I found myself asking Spirit, you know, what's my next ride? How is this working out? Come on, give me something. Show me a glimmer. I thought NCHP was going to be my glimmer today. I found myself hesitating, resisting, almost even nauseated. But I'm like, I have to do this. I made it down there. Go to step into the room, covered in perfume. I'm like, holy shit. I stepped back out. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do perfume. And I went out and sat. Sign number 2. She comes out, and the person that's supposed to see me well, she's not there. Oh, just hand her the paperwork, she'll do it. So they printed out the paperwork and brought it to me for me to fill out. Oh, the first page, little set, you know, fine and dandy. Get to the next couple sets, and it's all about suicide. It's all about this, all about that, and I'm like, I just couldn't do it. I sat there. I had an emotional release, and then I heard Joanna come in, and she went on about her way and doing her thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And I sat there and I listened and I listened and I listened, and the other beautiful lady comes out and, are you complete? And I said, with what I could finish. And I'm wearing a mask at this point to breathe. And it's just like, no. I stood up, I handed her the clipboard, and I said, I've completed what I could complete, and I'm feeling like this was a mistake. So, I'm not suicidal. All I just need is a ride so I can get back on my feet. And out the door I went. She's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. Not stepping backward. Gotta work this out somehow. Need to work this out somehow. Even consider downloading Uber. Like, I'll spend a few bucks for an Uber just to get me to the bike store. I'm thinking, is an Uber even gonna haul an e-bike and get her there so she can get fixed? So I get back here and I'm like, well, here I am. What's next? What's next? I can't pay my electric bill. Probably gonna get thrown out after a little while. They're not supposed to. But the landlord has made it so impossible. You got 2 ways that you're allowed to pay your electric bill. The one, going straight through the app, putting your card in, cost you $10 fee. Okay, so you got a $10.50 fee, a $7 fee, and now there's a $10 fee to pay your bill. Are you fucking kidding me? Or you go to Walgreens or CVS or I think even Walmart, show them your pay slip. Well, they charge you a fee. Now, of course, I don't have a debit card anymore till my new card comes up. And I can't even pull any more cash. So it's just really, really weird right now. I'm like, come on, Mother Earth, fucking do your thing, sweetie. Do your thing. These people have had warnings. We've had our warnings. We've had our warnings. We've had our warnings. Oh no. I'm thinking maybe I don't know. I just need to turn everything off. Get everything. Once again. And just listen. Just listen. I have everything I need. my mom would always tell me. Well, you've got food? Yes. Good food? Yes. Satisfying food? Yes. You got water? No, I do now. And I have some water on the way. Good. Got good clothes. They work for you. Yeah. Got shelter. I got a beautiful shelter. I love my little apartment. I just wish it was closer to the wetlands or the mountain. And see, here's the kicker. I'm doing my best to trust people. I mean, to get into an Uber, I have to trust. And I've been there before. I have been there before. Over and over and over again. I'm no stranger to working the program. And I'm no stranger to looking at my perspectives and beliefs. And I'm no stranger to all that shit. When you've been burned by the people that you really thought you could trust and love, it hurts on the human level. It hurts, and it makes it a lot harder to trust again. And that's where I'm at. And I always feel like I've shunned away the very help that was helping me. I mean, I got angry with my counselor and gave her a lot more. Well, the counselor's boss. So my counselor hasn't called me back. The closed door with the one side of NCHP. Well, they're just the housing, you know, and they're so good and so giving, and I think I outdid my welcome as far as assistance. I mean, they're no longer, you know, and they have to maintain that so they can continue helping other interns. So I totally get that and honor that and appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. There's some interesting energy around, I mean, Chris is amazing. He's an excellent veteran, and but I'm not suicidal. And I've pretty well set up with the VA. Just needed a ride. So I have to figure this out. Or I get to figure this out. I don't have to do anything. I get to figure this out. I get to really settle in and go, okay, either I need to get just really don't know. It's kind of hilarious. I really don't know. But I do know that Spirit has something in store. Must. There's my ancestors that must. There's something happening. I just wanted to. Oh, so yeah, the massage was amazing. We made it back. I was pretty stumbly. It's just kind of, I think the next time I'm gonna say, hey, I'll give you a few extra bucks for, because she has this, if you want to use the room for an extra 15 minutes or an extra 30 minutes just after the massages, it's a little extra, not by much, but I think just, 15 minutes of assimilation, and then ground myself and make it back to the apartment, and then lay in Shavasana and reassimilate again would be probably a good idea for the upcoming months. But this chick melts stuff in your body. All those little knots and nicks and whatnots. Her hands are so heated and warm and hot. You can tell she is really pumping that energy through. She's just a channel, and she just cruises along for 2 hours. She just absolutely loves it. And she loves the longer ones, instead of this little 30 minutes or 1 hour, because sometimes you're rushed or you're, you miss something or whatnot, you kind of get into that flow and it stops. You kind of get into that flow and then it stops. Or the 2 hours, you just kind of cruise, take your time and really work. And she does the cranial and the whole 9 yards. It's definitely an integrated therapy. So I make it back and I'm out for a little while. Then my brain started going. It was like, oh, let's get this taken care of. Oh, let's get that taken care of. Check on this, check on that. And then I had a phone call. I think that's what actually jarred me, was a phone call from transportation. They couldn't send, the female wasn't available. And I'm like, I am not missing this appointment. This appointment is too precious. They don't pass out lung cancer screening to just any Tom, Dick, and Harry in the VA. There's a process, and I was not going to miss the process. I got accepted, so I went for it. Find out what is going on here, right? Okay, if it's not breast cancer, is it lung cancer? Is there something going on in there? No, I think it's all asymptomatic or whatever they call that. Because I got my screening back. And yes, there's a little tiny nodule, like 3 millimeters, way down in my lower right lobe. Just a little 3 millimeter. And then there was something that, I forget how they worded it on the test results that they sent me. It's something way, way down in the left note. We'll see you back in a year. Cool. Well, the magic of spirit, that whole guided, guarded, directed, and protected. And my brother Gaylord sharing with me that, when even your especially your pipe carriers, your chanupa carriers. Many of them are also smokers on the side, you know. Shared that when the tobacco is kept and held and utilized in a very sacred way, you are guided, guarded, directed, and protected. And that's that whole, are you using it in a sacred, good way, or are you using it in a other way? And then, you know, there is and so that, I'm like, okay. That's where I went. And I'm like, I just want to be sure. And yes, you know, I've still been getting the twangs and pangs and whatnots in my chest. And yeah, I was concerned with all the other things that have been going on with my body. I mean, you just put it all together and I'm going, this is a possibility. Let's get it checked out. I've got that. Why not? But, and then we did. I called on his sister and I kind of reminded her what a science of mind treatment is. And we did our prayer and science of mind treatment just before I hopped into that vehicle. And they were very, very good. Medical transport was very, 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 very good. They're used to working with veterans, I think. And, you know, I have this whole, you know, I basically shared, I've got to go. I said, I'll work it out. Just please ask, I'm going to sit in the back and ask the gentleman, just don't talk to me or I'll try to jump out of the van. And make sure you're following the direct route. I'm going to have it, you know, it's just one of those things. I want to know I'm going where I'm supposed to be going. And it was all beautiful, and the test went great. Rashini was amazing, and we get back, and it's like, So I did my Reiki last night, you know, and I did my own Reiki, and I did the Hawaiian Reiki lady, and all of this and that, and got my Starlink set up, and so she is set up, ready to go. The computer, ready to go. Yeah. Then this morning, things were very buggy this morning. I mean, we had some bugs yesterday underneath the one tree. Nothing like today. It was like real, like the bugs started coming in yesterday, and today it was, trying to dissipate. But today it was really, 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 really buggy, which I found was very, very interesting. And I was kind of like, phew, man, I'm glad this ceremony is over, you know, and Rashini and I could start walking back. And it was interesting. And I'm looking at the shadow side of myself, because it's all a mirror, right? I mean, take full responsibility or no responsibility at all. You got your choice. You can't have just partials. And so I take full responsibility. And there was some irritation this morning. I'm not sure what the irritation is. And then at the same time, I think part of me was very, very anxious about, you know, how am I going to work this transportation thing? And it was I was a bit irritated in that, you know, it was earlier morning and there was a lot of walkers out there that are normally not out there. And, you know, of course, then you got to go through the whole He was trained by an 8-year-old to walk on the left-hand side of the road. He was trained by an 8-year-old to walk on the left-hand side of the road. And against traffic. You know, you walk on the left-hand side of the road and the bicycles follow the right-hand side of the road, and they can weave, you know, as they need to, like the cars do. Anyway, so that was just getting like, okay, come on, let's forget this. And then I look up in the sky, and there was this huge cloud that looked like an eye. And the rim reminded me, I was like, that's the Cascadia fault line. Well, yeah. So it'd be interesting. I know the solar flares are hitting full on today. Maybe that's part of the irritation that I'm picking up and feeling the vibe of. But it was definitely an irritation and picking up the vibe. I just can't do this with the NCHP as much as I love and adore them, and they're so good with all of the veterans. It's just like, wow. There was just something. So I don't know. More to be revealed, but at this point I need to go. And so thank you for getting me from this like blah. I'm talking to myself. Thank you for getting me from this blah, like, you know, I could just ooh, to it's all God, it's all good, and got this. Hey, I guess it's hey.